Welcome to another Whiteboard Wednesday, and today I'm going to talk to you about oath, O-A-T-H, and what it means for you and your agency. Hi, I'm Sam Ashdown from Firewave, and I'm going to teach you about oath. And this is something that I've only just found out myself. I was reading a book on direct marketing, and I came across this little acronym, which I thought was really handy. And it stands for oblivious, apathetic, thinking, and hurting. And what it is it's a way of categorizing the people who are either reading your direct mail, looking at your content, or on your website. And these four sets of people are very important because they all act in completely different ways. You need to market to them in different ways. And if you're actually on evaluation with them or speaking to them on the phone, you need to treat them in different ways because each one is a little bit further down the line in terms of motivation of selling their house. So the first one is oblivious. Now, they could be completely oblivious to what's happening in the market at the moment. They could be oblivious to the fact that they're sitting on, a great investment and that they could release that investment at some point. They could just be oblivious to the fact that they need an estate agent or that they need a certain type of estate agent. They're the hardest ones to market to because if they're oblivious to their situation, they're oblivious to you, they're oblivious to the industry as a whole and what the industry can do for them, then they're really trying to market to them is really, really hard, and it's probably going to be a waste of your time and money. So let's just leave them out of the equation completely. Next one is the apathetic ones. Now, they're still hard. The ones that are apathetic are the people who are maybe on the market and they don't really care, they're not selling, or they're not on the market yet and you've told them about how great the market is and they're still not moving along with their sort of thought process. So apathetic is difficult to market to because there's no motivation, there's nothing you can stimulate. But your best hope is moving them from apathetic to thinking about it, so considering their move. So I'm not saying don't market to them directly, but actually marketing to these two segments is much more profitable. So have this, I did a piece of content last year that was called Should I Stay or Should I Go? And that's kind of this with a little bit of this. So if you can hit them at the right level and you can educate them, you may be able to move them on to thinking if that's appropriate for them to do so. Thinking is a really good one because so we have lots of content on our website that's all about planning to sell, thinking about selling. And what we're trying to do is catch somebody much earlier in their journey because by the time they're on the market, obviously they've made a decision. They may be feeling a bit embarrassed if they haven't sold their house yet. They might have already dropped the price, changed their agent, repainted the living room, and now what? You're coming along and saying, well, I'm going to do it all differently for you. So, it's quite hard to market to somebody in that way. But actually talking to somebody about thinking much earlier on is sometimes better for you and for them because they haven't already, made the mistakes. You're not trying to change their mindset. You're just educating them at the right time for them. And you're just taking them on that journey bit by bit. Hurting is probably where we started with our agency. So this is when somebody has been on the market for a long time, they have dropped the price significantly. They maybe had to have a change of lifestyle because they've been on the market for so long, and they've certainly had to put their plans on hold. Could have been on the market 3, 4, 5 years or more. Our maximum ever is 7 years, where we help somebody to move home when they've been on the market for 7 years. So that's what I mean by hurting. And there's different levels of hurting. Somebody could feel like they're hurting after only a month on the market, or it could take other people 3 years to be on the market and feel like they're hurting. So hurting obviously is the biggest motivator here. Thinking is not really motivated and they may go on the market a little bit too expensive. Apathetic, definitely going to be picking a very high price to go on the market for, and oblivious, we're not going to try and market to them. So those are your main three to focus on. Focus most of your attention here, and then here, and then here. But if you've got content that matches all of those three sections as we do, and as we produce at Firewave, then that stands you in much better stead. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Whiteboard Wednesday. If you've got a question you'd like us to feature, please let us know, and see you on the next one. Bye.